Seahawks at the 49ers. I remember a few weeks ago it hit me. The proverbial bolt of lightning, ton of bricks. Oh my gosh, if the Seahawks beat the Rams, the 49ers control their path to the number 1 seed. They just have to beat the Colts, the Bears, and the Seahawks to get there, and that's what it's come down to. The number 1 seed on the line. The winner will be the number 1 seed. Seattle clinches it if they happen to tie, which is not all that crazy. We've seen a tie this year, and we've seen a few other games that have strayed in that direction. The 49ers beat the Seahawks 17-13 to start the season. You know, I don't like it when you see two division rivals play 2 weeks apart, play week 14, week 16, that kind of thing. I don't like it either when you play week 1, week 18.
What, why not?
It's just so ridiculously long between games. It's like two entirely different teams. I'd like there to be some carryover, some relevance to round 2. I want it to feel like round 2, and it feels like Rocky 2, which came out 3 years after the first one. It's just too long. It's too long of a gap.
But see, this is why. I disagree with you. That's why I like it. I like it that there's been some separation. And just from an entertainment standpoint, the uncertainty. I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't have a feel for it. You can go back and say, 17-13, that's when the Seahawks were just getting used to Sam Darnold as their quarterback, and everything wasn't in place. And the Niners were a different team then, too. They had all their guys. They hadn't had, Fred Warner was still there. Didn't have all these injuries that they've had. So now I really have no idea what to expect, which I love. I love just the uncertainty around this game. And then I'm going to add in this. I like that it's in San Francisco because this really, if Seattle wins it, that's totally on brand for what the Mike McDonald Seahawks have become. They did it last year. They didn't make the playoffs last year. But they weren't a great team at home last year. Imagine, they won 10 games, 2024, didn't make the playoffs, had a losing record at home, winning record on the road. I mean, they were great on the road. This year, I think they're a great team overall, and they have no problem going anywhere and playing good football. East Coast, West Coast, whatever it is, they'll play good football on the road. So I can't wait to see how they show up in Santa Clara taking on the Niners.
They have been fun to watch this year. They are 13-3. The one big concern, though, and Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator, pointed this out earlier in the week, 28 turnovers, 20 alone from Sam Darnold. Kubiak said, there's a lot of things that go on there, but something's got to get better if we want to be a championship team. Yeah, 28 is too many. It's nearly 2 a game through 16 games. And they've still managed to overcome that. Their defense is really good. Sam Darnold, when it's clicking well. And this is a great opportunity for him to incorporate the lessons he learned last year. In Week 18, winner take all. Winner is the 1 seed. Loser is a wild card. When Minnesota went to Detroit, and it just didn't go well for Darnold that day. Inaccurate. Throwing balls over the heads of open receivers in the end zone at a time when the Vikings could have staked a lead and maybe held on and won the game and been the number 1 seed and been 2 home games away from a Super Bowl. It didn't work. And he gets that same opportunity again. Saturday night, prime time. The only difference is it's not the last game of the season, but it's the same idea. And, he got redemption against the Rams a couple of weeks ago, Michael, after throwing a couple of interceptions, and we thought the chariot had turned back into a pumpkin. He came back and won that game, and folks were like, oh, he's finally reversed that narrative. No, that was the appetizer. The main course is this one. You got to do it with the 1 seed on the line to erase what happened last year when you had the 1 seed on the line.
Yeah, and just the 1 seed for both of these teams means something different. Obviously for San Francisco, you get the 1 seed, and now you can start having a legitimate conversation about playing all of your games, including the Super Bowl, if you make it there, in your stadium. That's a pretty cool thing, and we saw the Rams We saw the Rams do that a few years ago when they beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. But for the Panthers, for the Panthers. I'm going back to Sam Darnold with the Panthers. But for the Seahawks, it's exactly what you said. It's getting the 1 seed and allowing Darnold, because that's really what every prediction is going to come back to him. Starting now through the playoffs, it's going to be, well, do I trust Sam Darnold to do fill in the blank? And so if they get the number 1 seed, it is just one. It's not the final thing, but you're putting something in the bank, in the narrative bank for Sam Darnold. Yeah, forget about the Panthers and forget about the Jets and forget about all these moments. Forget about the Vikings. Here I am. I was part of the reason we have the number 1 seed and a bye in the first round of the playoffs. So it's big for both of them. But I'll say this. It's a different, Mike, isn't it completely different than Ravens Steelers? Ravens Steelers, loser goes home. In this case, the loser is probably favored on the road. Whoever loses this game and goes on the road to play the NFC South champ, you're the favorite. You should win that game.
Now, look, there's still a chance that the loser will be the 6th seed. And what a difference in the NFC this year. You're going to be going to Tampa Bay or Carolina if you're the 5 seed. If you're the 6 seed, you're going to Chicago or Philadelphia. That 5 seed is so valuable. And there's another reason why the 5 seed is valuable. It's not just you get the worst of the 4 division winners, but if chaos reigns supreme in the wild card round, if 5, 6, and 7 win, you're hosting a divisional round game. 7 would go to 1, and 6 would go to 5 in the divisional round. And if 7 would beat 1 in the divisional round, you're hosting the championship game. I went through all this yesterday trying to figure out whether or not the Bills will have another home game. What are their chances of having another home game at the stadium that they're about to exit? I hate to say they're leaving Highmark Stadium because they're going to Highmark Stadium. But it's the old stadium. It's the Ralph Wilson Jr. Stadium. It's whatever other name it had. They're probably not going to play another home game there. But if they end up in the 5 seed, if 5, 6, and 7 win in the wild card round, the 5 seed gets another home game. Wild card is wild card, but the higher you are, the better off you are. All right, we need to take a break. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.